welcome to the Andy Griffith Show, Facts and Trivia. Appreciate you being here. Before we get started, I want to ask you to please subscribe. Let me straighten this out a little bit. I ask you to please share these on Facebook. Seems my time away in Facebook jail I've lost a few viewers. I'm hoping to gain you back, and we'll hope what starts with today's, which is 5 forgotten Don Knotts movies. That was before Andy Griffith and after Andy Griffith. Some of these I have to admit that I had no knowledge of myself. So let's dig right into it. Number 1 is Wake Me When It's Over. For a war story, which it is, the title might sound rather glib, but at the time, military comedy was at its peak. Thanks to hits like Mr. Roberts, Operation Petticoat, and No Time for Sergeant, the latter of which gave Knotts his big acting break. Casting Knotts here was a clear way to recapture some of that sergeant charm. The plot centered around an Air Force man, Dick Shawn, who is mistakenly listed as dead, redrafted and shipped to a remote Pacific station. Knotts plays activities counselor. Parley Bear, future mayor of Mayberry, Mayor Stoner, plays a colonel. I Love a Mystery from 1973. The I Love a Mystery franchise dates back to 1939, beginning as a radio program about a group of friends solving often spooky mysteries. They even took on vampires. Think Scooby-Doo without a talking dog. A pop culture phenomenon of the 1940s, I Love a Mystery spawned a movie trilogy and comic book in '67 and a TV movie reboot that was filmed with Ida Lupino as the villain, a shaky Knotts, in a small but crucial role, turns out to be the object of mystery. A miserable coward with defective genes, according to Lupino's sneering character, who gives a big laugh at the end. The movie set in a can for half a decade before being aired on NBC. 1978, Mule Feathers. It is obscure for a reason. A baffling, bizarre, and bad Western, theoretically inspired by Blazing Saddles. Mule Feathers incoherently follows Rory Calhoun, dressed a preacher, around the desert with a talking mule. Knotts provided the voice for the mule. The Prize Fighter. This one I had heard of, from 1979. Don Knotts played a guy called Shake. Might be the aptest character naming of his career. He and Tim Conway proved to be a perfect comedy team in Disney's flicks The Apple Dumpling Gang and Gus, which was also about a mule. Yes, Knotts made 2 mule movies in a span of a year. However, this boxing romp was not a Disney product. Far from it. New World Pictures, the low-budget studio founded by B-movie king Roger Corman, released the picture. New World had recently released grindhouse fare like Death Race 2000 and Piranha. Big Bully from 1996. Big Bully would prove to be the final big screen starring role for Rick Moranis. The funny man, perhaps best known for Ghostbusters, decided he'd rather spend time with his family. He came to this decision after making this movie with Tom Arnold. Make of that what you will. Moranis and Arnold play one-time school enemies who still keep up their violent rivalry decades later. Don Knotts plays their school principal in this silver screen appearance. And that's all I got for you. I thought that would be interesting. Like I say, I've only heard of 1 of them out of the 5. So let me know, did you hear of any of them before? Let me know down in the comments below. Do not forget the trivia question on the Facebook page. I wanted to ask some of you something. It appears when I was just putting these on YouTube and wasn't able to put them on Facebook, viewership went terribly down. For those of you who are on Facebook and who are subscribed, do me a favor. Where it says subscribe down there, there's a little bell right next to it. Hit that bell, and that way you'll be notified whenever I put a video out, in case that happens again. And it's no big deal. It's just a little thing that'll pop up at the top of your screen, just like a text message or anything else. So if you'll do that for me, remember, just hit the little bell right next to where it says subscribe, and you'll be notified. Have a great day. Have a great tomorrow. Actually, have a great weekend. We'll be rerunning this weekend, and we'll be back Monday. God bless. Be praying for you.